into the evening, how confident were you that J.K. She's Lady would win Horse of the Year?
I guess you never know what to expect. I mean, I knew obviously that she was one of the horses in consideration for it. Canadians, though, are very patriotic, so I wasn't really sure, but I'm very happy that she did win it.
Her entire year could be a highlight reel. What would you say is the race that meant the most to you, though?
The Breeders' Crown Final was really, really special because it was the end of a really, really long race, it felt like, for us. So, I mean, and she was just great in that race, too. It was the first race where she cut it out completely and, you know, she did all the work. You know, I also really liked her races up here in Canada. I think the Eternal Damnation might not have been the biggest race that she won up here, but it was actually one of the most special ones because it was the race where I really realized that, wow, we have a superstar on our hands. I mean, I knew she was a good horse at that point, but not that she was going to be this kind of caliber of a horse.
Was there any point during the season you felt more pressure or nerves?
You know, I don't get nervous, like, how she's going to do or, you know, pressure, I guess there's, you know, when you start racking up wins, there's always pressure because people are always, I mean, horses lose. I'm sure there's going to be some terrible day where she loses, but you know what? I know that she gives 110% every time she steps out on the track, and if that day does come, it comes. You know, it's not the end of the world, but when she did start winning a little bit, it started to get a little bit more nerve-wracking, and then people start talking about Horse of the Year and everything like that. So I maybe felt the pressure, but at the same time I knew that I had a job to do, so that always kept me focused.
And how involved was your family with J.K. She's a Lady?
Well, my husband Marcus, he is, you know, my number one, you know, when it comes to helping with her. He actually flew up to Canada a few times to train her between when I couldn't go, and you know, he and her get along great. So without Marcus, you know, this would have been very hard to do. So.
And can you give us an update on her and how she's doing?
She's been back in training she came back on January 7th, she was back. So she's gone one small trip in just 240, but she feels good, she's grown up good. I couldn't be, you know, any more happy with how she is.
And will Tim Tetrick continue to drive her this year?
Yeah, Tim Tetrick made a commitment to us prior to the Breeders' Crown, so he's her driver for this year. And I'm really excited and thrilled to have Timmy drive her. He's a great driver, and he's going to get along great with her, and I'm really excited about having him for her.
What are you looking forward to most this year?
You know, just for her to put together another good season would just be unbelievable. Also, though, I'm also looking forward to our 2-year-olds racing. We have a nice group of 2-year-olds this year, which, you know, last year we had a limited number of 2-year-olds. This year we have a little bigger group and, you know, more of a quality group as well. So that's obviously really exciting. It's a lot of pressure and a lot of work and everything, but, you know, it's the dream that we all work for so hard. So, you know, just keep going.
Well, congratulations and good luck this year.
Thank you very much.
So you've been named Driver of the Year 3 times before, the last time in 2003. Does it feel different winning it this time around?
I don't know if it feels different. It's, like you said, it's been a while since the last one, so, you know, you kind of stop, you know, expecting to be nominated. So to get back and to be here now, it's a lot of fun, but yeah, you know, it's the same kind of thing every time.
And how did you think the voting would play out up against first-time nominee Trevor Henry, who just recently made the move to WEG?
I thought I would do all right. I thought because I won the Molson Pace, and you know, I think driving at WEG full-time helps out a lot for me. And I drove a lot of really good horses, 4 horses that were nominated for O'Brien's tonight. So I was hoping for the best. That's all you can do in these things.
And which horses or people were really key to your success this year?
I was lucky, you know, I picked up some good barns to drive for. You know, I picked up Dr. Ian Moore, a lot of his horses, and Dustin Jones, and of course Casey Coleman's barn, you know, was always powerful. So, you know, I was lucky enough to pick those barns up. It really catapulted me a lot higher up in the standings, that's for sure.
And what were some of your personal highlights of the year?
The Molson Pace was a lot of fun. I thought the Super Final night was great. You know, winning a couple of Super Finals at Mohawk, and I went over 100 million this year was great, and getting over 6,000 was. It was a really, really fun year.
And did you know Doug Brown is the only driver with more O'Briens than you now? Do you think that his record 7 wins is within your reach?
No, I don't think it's within my reach, not even close. That's an amazing record, and you know, four I'm more than happy with. So you know, I don't think 7 is possible for me. At 43 years old, I don't think so.
Thanks for your time and best of luck.
Thank you.
So how does it feel to be back here with your 2nd straight O'Brien Award as Trainer of the Year?
I'm very proud of it, and I'm proud of my team too, because they support me, and this accomplishment is not only mine, but it's everybody together.
And what were your expectations coming into the night up against fellow nominee Jimmy Takter?
Slim to nothing, really. I'm happy, but I know the man is a hell of a man.
What would you say has been your highlight of the year?
Consistency, I think. We have a big number, but night after night, always knock on the door.
And how many horses are you currently training, and do you have any new prospects you're excited about for this year?
We have maybe 35, 40, and I have 4, 2, turn 3 that I train back. Horse like Miss Mac and Cheese and Charlotte Colony. We'll see.
Okay, well, congratulations again and good luck this year.
Thank you.
So you were the very first winner of this award back in 2003. Can you put into words how it feels to win this time around, especially after enduring the tragedy that you did with your partner Rick Moles in the barn fire this past spring?
Well, I didn't expect to be nominated, but when the nominees come out, I'm just like, wow, just astonished. But it's a really great honor to win it the 2nd time, that's for sure. And I guess the voting was really close, so I guess I was lucky.
Despite the setback, you ended the year as the leading trainer and driver in the standings at Fraser Downs and had multiple stake wins. What do you think it took to turn the year around for you?
Well, we were having a real good year till where our tragedy happened. We lost a lot of nice stake horses, so we were just fortunate that we had some horses that were in Alberta at the time, so we didn't get completely cleaned out. So when that tragedy happened, we just I went out there and shipped them back, and then gave them a bit of a break and freshened them up for the meet in Fraser. So, and then they come back pretty strong, and I didn't have a real big stable at the time, so I was usually used to around 25, and I only had like 7 horses, so it was pretty easy to concentrate on them. And then we slowly built up to around 12, and that's basically what I got right now. So, but it's a little easier to concentrate on 12 than it is 20. But we lost a lot of good stake horses in the fire, so, but that really hurt.
Can you tell us a little bit about your recent claim, Sterling Cooper, who just set the track record at Fraser Downs 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, I've always liked that horse last year, watching him race, and he was in for a price, and I figured, well, me and Jeff Elchuk claimed the horse, and he first start he went out and win for us, and then the next start he was sick, and then he went out and win for us again and equaled the track record there. But track was really hard that day, and he come up a little bit sore and stung his foot, but we gave him a couple weeks off, and he'll race again in a couple weeks.
And do you have any other new horses or yearlings that you're looking forward to this year?
I'd like to get some babies. Right now, I don't have any right now, and I don't know what Rick's plans are. So, but right now, I don't have any babies right now. So, but I'd like to get some for sure.
And looking ahead a little bit, racing goes on a 5-month break at Fraser Downs at the end of April. What are your plans for that period?
Well, I was waiting to see. Well, we're all hoping that Balzac goes. They've been waiting for like 15 years for that place to go. So just talking to the race secretary there, Jackson Whittup, and he said they're going to have a $50,000 cap, and they're going to, as far as he knows, they're going to go. There's not going to be no grandstand, but they're going to have some betting parlors and stuff like that. So it's going to be rough for them to start going, but they said they're going to go. So my plan is probably go there maybe for a couple months and then shut them down for a couple months and then start up again. So, but we'll have to see if even Balzac goes. So.
Well, congratulations and good luck this year.
Okay, thank you.
What was your reaction when they called your name as this year's Future Star Award winner?
I was actually cleaning stalls in my barn at home with my dad, and the phone rang, and I didn't really know what the number was, so I just answered it anyways, and they proceeded to tell me that I had been nominated for an award, and it was such an honor. I never, like last year I was nominated, I think I got like 1 vote. I'm not really sure how the voting works, but I was very ecstatic, and I never really dreamt of it happening, and now that it's here and it's all happened, I'm just very, very happy.
And which horses or people were key to your success this year?
There's been so many people that helped me get this far. There's just so many names to mention. I wouldn't want to forget anybody, but definitely my mom and my dad have been a huge key to my success.
And how do you feel about the changes the Ontario racing industry is going through as a driver whose career is just starting to pick up?
Well, obviously, like a couple years ago when the slots at racetrack cancellation program thing just came out, it was kind of scary for me, because my whole life I've always wanted to do what I'm doing now, and I think things have actually took a step in the right direction, and things look like they're improving from what they thought they were originally going to be, so I hope it just stays that way.
And do you see yourself continuing to drive and train your own stable in the future, or would you like to focus on one aspect?
I like driving obviously way more. It's a bigger rush for me. It's a lot more, thrilling and stuff like that. Training's fun too. It's a lot more work, but I'd like to focus on the driving, but I'm fine with doing both too.
Well, congratulations on your award and best of luck.
Thank you so much.
How does it feel to add an O'Brien Award to the list of accomplishments for the Burke stable during their record year?
It's been an amazing year, and to add the O'Brien, this is I believe our second O'Brien, but maybe there might be one more. But we were really thrilled. That's why we came up. We thought we had a shot with Habitat and with JK's End of the Era. But yeah, it was a big deal for us to be up here to win this.
And what race do you feel was the highlight of Habitat's season?
That's a good question. He had such a great year. It's probably maybe Lexington, because he really raced well at Lexington. I was really pleased with him down there.
And what makes him such a great competitor?
He's just got a great heart. He for a young horse, he really wants to go out there. He wants to do his business, and he just trots on, and just a nice horse to be around.
And where is he now, and how is he doing?
He is in Florida now with my brother and dad. And the last I heard, he was headed in the right direction, and everything was going good.
And what's the schedule like for him to come back, early stakes?
I'm not sure of that, to be honest with you. That's Ronnie's department. I'm sure he'll be ready. I would say we'll probably qualify him somewhere in time in April would be my best guess.
And do you know if we'll see him back in Canada?
I'm going to say I would almost guarantee it, but I'm not sure what he's. I know they have him eligible for most races, so I'd say we're going to be up here for the few.
Well, thanks for your time and congratulations.
Thank you very much.
So how does it feel to win another O'Brien Award with Riveting Rosie and to sweep the Filly Trot divisions with Stubborn Belle?
Well, it's always a thrill to win, but it's it's a great honor to just be nominated, and I have to thank the great group of owners I have on both horses. They support you through the good and the bad, so when it's good, it's very good.
You've said before Stubborn Belle has a bit of an attitude. How has she progressed through the year?
She's still got an attitude. When she got a little tired at the end of the year, she was a little better behaved, but she's down in Florida causing trouble. So, and that's good. She's got lots of spirit, so she's, a little easier to handle, but it's still, there's still bad days.
Has her speed surprised you at all this year?
Well, I don't think I went into the year thinking I was going to have a 2-year-old win in 54. So from that aspect, yeah, it surprised me, but it's a great surprise.
Going into the year, did you anticipate she would be one of the top fillies over your other young fillies?
She always was pretty fast. Wanted to do her own way, but she could do it pretty quick. So I think she was, always at the top of the list.
And how would you summarize Riveting Rosie's season?
Well, it was a real up and down year. She started out getting hurt, at the farm, and but just a great year. She just showed her true grit, coming back from her injuries, and I mean, she was as good at the end of the year as she could be, and I was real impressed with her.
And what are the plans for both of them in their return?
Well, Stubborn Belle, I hope to, she's down in Florida now, and I hope that she'll start racing in the middle of May. And with Riveting Rosie, it's a tough campaign as a 4-year-old, and we're just playing it by ear. I've had some feelers on selling her, and I'm, my heart says to keep her, and my head it says, move on. But we're going to play that by ear. It's certainly nice to have them both in the barn.
Well, congratulations and best of luck next year.
Thanks very much.
So you won Horse of the Year with Majestic Sun in 2006. How does it feel to win another O'Brien Award with one of his sons?
Oh, it's very exciting to win an O'Brien Award. You work hard every day, and then this is the reward you get, and it's very satisfying.
And what was the highlight of the year for you with Harper Blue Chip?
Oh yeah, every race he raced, he never put a bad effort in all year, but probably his best race was his last one, which he only finished 4th in the Breeders' Crown. But he went his fastest mile, trotted home the fastest, and but I suppose the Super Final was probably the most rewarding.
How exciting has it been for the new owners in the Landmark Racing Syndicate to follow him through his season, and are there any plans to sell that share?
The plan was to sell it, but right now it looks like they might hold, and we'll race them again this year, which I think they'll have a lot of fun doing that. This is when we started Landmark 8 years ago. I believe some of them are still in the Landmark 8 now, and this is what we started it for, is to get a horse like this, and thank goodness we got it.
And where is Harper Blue Chip now, and how is he doing?
He's at my stable, and he had a slight injury after his last race. He's recovered from that. He's back jogging, and he should start probably June, July.
And what race are you most looking forward to win with him this year?
Oh, I don't know. There's a lot of races. Maple Leaf Trot would be a nice race to win for sure. Breeders' Crowns are always nice. If you could win just one of them, I'd be very happy.
Well, congratulations and good luck this year.
Thank you very much.
What would you say was McWicked's most impressive race last year?
He had a lot of impressive races. I'd have to say the Breeders' Crown, because he got a little bit tired on me late season, and he bounced back so unbelievable. So the Breeders' Crown was he raced phenomenal. But really, every race that horse raced this season, I was thrilled with him. And even the last race this season that he raced at Dover Downs was ultra impressive.
And he was supplemented to a couple stakes. Would you say he exceeded expectation?
He definitely, Ed James and Jim McDonald that had him last year, trained him down, were very high on the horse. I didn't think he'd be as good as what he was, and the more I raced him every start, he got better and better and faster, and he definitely exceeded expectations. I did not expect we'd be winning left, right, and center all these big races with him all summer, that's for sure.
Where is McWicked now, and what is his schedule for his return?
He's at my barn in Florida at South Florida Trotting Center. He's just jogging right now. I'll start training him another few weeks yet, but basically they wrote the Confederation Cup, which is great for a 4-year-old this year, but it's early, it's May. I'm not positive that I'll be ready for May. I want to give him a good break, so he'll definitely be fully staked this season. I don't know when I'll start him yet.
You've trained the 3-year-old Payson Colt of the Year for the last 3 years now. Do you see potential in any of your 2-year-olds to continue that streak?
I sure hope so, and I actually didn't even realize I had it 3 years in a row till somebody mentioned it tonight. It's pretty cool, but Reverend Hanover was phenomenal last season. I got a colt named One Is a Lonely Number I'm quite high on. If You Want Fire's quite a nice horse, so I definitely got a chance. I just got to not mess them up, I guess, and bring them back good this season, and hopefully we're here again this time next year.
Well, congratulations and best of luck this year.
Thank you.
Intimidate was a standout for Older Trotter of the Year in Canada with his Maple Leaf Trot and TVG wins, and he was a contender for Horse of the Year. What were your expectations coming into the evening?
I never really have expectations. I like to be surprised. But he had a very good year.
And what do you feel has been his greatest contribution to Canadian racing?
To Canadian racing, did you say? I think he puts, he's a very exciting horse to watch, especially with his come from behind races. And I think my 2 children who set up a Facebook page. I think that has been a huge contribution because he's got a lot of followers, and and it's a way of I can keep in touch with my family, and my family keeps in touch with me, and it's great, really. But when they first brought that subject up, I went, "Oh my God, no way!" Facebook was just not something I could ever think of. But I'm really happy we did it. It's been a lot of fun.
And there have been a lot of big miles in the trotting division this year with Sebastian K in the mix. Has the speed surprised you at all?
No, not at all. Except Pocono Downs seems to be exceptionally fast. There just seems to be something about that track. I don't know what it is. But no, I expect a horse to be going under 150. So.
And where is he now? Do you know?
Where is Intimidate now? He's with Luke on the farm in Campbellville. And the last picture I saw of him, he was out in the snow. So I know he's back in training. So but I can't tell you when he's going to be racing.
What race are you looking forward to most this year with him?
I'm not sure whether he'll be ready for the Cutler, which is the first one, and then I believe the second one would be the Cashman. And then there's kind of a gap because the Maple Leaf Trot used to be in July, now it's going to be in September. But that'll work out well for me because I'm going to have 2 horses in the sale. And the sale is going to be the same weekend, so I'm really glad about that.
Well, congratulations again, and best of luck with Intimidate.
Very exciting. It's very exciting. He never stops. He never stops giving me a thrill.
What were your expectations coming into the evening with Modern Legend up against another Canadian-based stakes winner in State Treasure?
Well, I'm certainly pleased that Modern Legend was nominated for an O'Brien Award. I mean, that in and of itself is a real tribute to his capabilities. He performed very well in 2014. I didn't know what the vote of sports writers and harness writers and race secretaries was, so I was hopeful.
And Modern Legend's upset in the Canadian Pacing Derby was one of the feel-good stories of the year. Were you surprised by the support you got after he won?
You know, I was pleased with the way he had been racing, and it's a very, very tough group of open pacers to race against. I had a feeling that if he got the right kind of trip at the right time, he could perform very competitively and hopefully win against that group. So he did it. He got a very good trip from David Miller that night, and he was able to excel and finish very, very strongly. So it wasn't a total surprise to me. I had hoped he would have the capability to do that. So, and I got a lot of support from a lot of people around in Canada, in particular, that won the Canadian Pacing Derby.
And like you said, you always thought he had a big win in him. What has been key to his success this year?
Well, he tries extremely hard. He tries very, very hard to do exactly what the driver asks him to do. That's what I speak to drivers about very frequently. He'll try to do exactly what you ask him to do to the best of his ability, and he'll put out a full effort in virtually every race.
And I understand that John Hayes has sold his training facility where you've been based with Modern Legend. Have you found a new barn, and how do you think Modern Legend will handle a relocation?
Well, yes, I anticipate that I'm going to move to Tom Rankin's barn, which is nearby. It's in St. Catharines. I expect that he will adjust well. He's had the opportunity to race in the United States and spend several days, several weeks in some cases, in new locations. He seems to adapt very quickly to that. He travels very well, so I would expect that he'll adjust quickly to that and hopefully have a good year this year.
And how is he doing now, and when can we expect to see him back on the track?
He's doing well. He's getting some exercise. I'm not racing him right now, but just keeping him active, doing some jogging, some swimming. He's feeling good, and especially a nice snowy winter day, he likes to get out and run around and roll around in the snow, but he likes to do some work as well. So I'm not sure when he'll race. It depends on how he's doing, what track conditions are, what racing conditions are, but he'll be off for a few more weeks at least.
And does he have many stakes on his schedule this year?
Well, I haven't finalized all my decisions as yet, but they're coming. Some of them are coming up shortly here. But I would intend to stake him to open pacing races both in Canada and the U.S.
Well, congratulations again, and good luck this year.
Thank you very much. I'm very, very proud of the horse. He's an outstanding animal.